Now we got to talk about it. Cody Rhodes comes to the ring and gives up his WrestleMania.
Come on, dog. He's actually pretty over still. He's actually pretty over.
Why are you changing topics already?
Texas booking. He hands the spot over to The Rock, and then, like, straight up, I'm not going to. He straight up said out his mouth, "I'm not going to face you at WrestleMania."
And then next week, they have a banger
WWE fans like
of a segment.
Yeah, then they put up a better segment. They put up a better segment than AEW has ever put on their programming.
Hold on,
by the way.
Let me finish. Then they come back to this press conference.
He never explained anything.
Yeah,
bro. If you want to make it make sense,
this is BS.
If you want to make it make sense, it makes sense. The Rock was bad mouthing all his fans. He looks very manipulative. It makes sense why he took the match back. What I don't understand is
Cody can't take the match back.
Yes, he can. He's the Royal Rumble winner. Yes, he can. It wasn't made official.
They didn't finish the story, but they fixed the story. They fixed the story. It was going bad.
It was going bad. It was going bad.
They came in there and they
never explained why Cody.
Let Omar make his point.
He just knocked his whole camera off, dog. He mad. He mad.
He mad. So mad.
You mad.
His camera.
I would like to point out to chat.
Oh my God.
You mad.
Oh man.
If you say Tony Khan can't book, you gotta speak against Triple H booking because it's not good.
But I've never said it. I've never said the whole Cody Rhodes fiasco was good. The segment was great though.
Right, Omar's back. What did you want to say?
Go ahead, Omar.
I've been hearing a lot of BS on this show every time I watch. I'm so glad I'm here with Kenny
Let's talk about it.
The ship, as he said. There is look, we can disagree about what is and isn't good wrestling. Like that's a matter of what your taste is. But I'll be goddamn if I let anyone sit here and say that Tony Khan doesn't know how to book wrestling. He doesn't know how to book women's wrestling.
He doesn't.
He doesn't know how to book women's wrestling.
He doesn't.
He knows how to book wrestling.
He books dream matches.
He booked some of the best wrestling shows of all time. Period.
That's a fact.
Over the past 3 years. To this day, All Out 2021 is the best wrestling show since WrestleMania X7. You guys can fight me on that. You can hate me.
That's my favorite pay-per-view of all time. I agree with you.
Okay.
Which pay-per-view?
Hold the phone. You guys are comparing pay-per-views to a weekly show.
Of course they're gonna go crazy on a pay-per-view. They charge $50 for it.
Every single week, Dynamite is better than Raw.
Man.
It's not even close. It's better than Raw. I'm sorry.
You're telling me Raw is better than Dynamite.
It depends what you're watching for.
I will play devil's advocate and say the reason Dynamite is better than Raw every week is because Raw is 3 hours.
So here's the question. What do you perceive? What makes wrestling good to you?
Because dream matches, AEW got it.
Is it the promos? Is it the whole ensemble? What is it? The presentation. Like, what makes it better than
to me?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
To me, it's always been about telling a story in the ring and being entertaining in the ring. Like that's what it's always been about. The promos are great, and I think I don't think of those as secondary. I think of those as like kind of adjacent. But if you ask me, would I rather watch a show that tells great story through wrestling or great story through promos? I will take the wrestling every single day, and it's okay. Like genuinely, I know we're getting like our feathers.
No.
It's okay. It's all love at the end of the day.
For sure.
But for me, it has always been about the wrestling and in the ring.
I agree, but Tony Khan can't still book. So
wrestling's always
hold on.
I grew up on.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Kero. Get it off, Kero.
Always been about wrestling, but they kind of kill it, man. Like, my biggest problem with AEW has been the wrestling. Besides the storylines, the finishers don't matter. I'm not saying WWE is perfect either because they're pretty bad with wrestling too. Their matches don't matter.
WWE matches are terrible.
Yeah.
So I wish it was about wrestling, man. I would have watched AEW more then. Like, I love the stuff that last year, I think FTR and then Jay White and the Gun Club or something like that, they had those long tag team matches. Like, I wish we saw more stuff like that, where stuff that happened in the match also mattered a lot more. I feel like all the AEW matches are the classic thing, man. They just do spots just to do them, and they don't, try to elicit a reaction from the crowd by getting them to feel something. Instead, it's just like, oh, look at me doing this crazy move, and that's it. And I like that. I love that. But over time, it just gets super, super boring, and that's why I fell off, man. Like, I loved New Japan when I first saw it because everything was so new to me. All the crazy back and forth, hit me. But then after I see that for the 200th time, it kind of gets rough. I think one of the problems with AEW there is the matches, man. For example, Samoa Joe and Hook. I didn't think that match was perfect. Some things could have been better, but I need more stuff like that where I watch a match and I see a story play out. I just want to, vent out my frustration about that, man.
Hold on, man. Before we go over there,
past week's Dynamite, Kero, did you see the Young Bucks jumping Sting and his family and covering themselves in Darby Allin's? That was some of the best storytelling. What they've been doing with the Young Bucks this last 3 weeks has been the best Young Bucks I've seen in AEW since they started. Okay. I don't need to see them jumping off 30 ladders from the top of a cage through 16 tables to get a pop.
For me, I think the promos and the stories is actually more important than the wrestling, unless it all comes together like Hangman and Swerve Strickland. When you get that good story and it leads up into this match, and that match is just what that match was, I think that's wrestling. And we don't really get that too often, unfortunately. But I mean, the wrestling, while not important, I mean, if I'm watching wrestling, of course, the wrestling has to be watchable. And for me, it's just not watchable on Raw where it is on AEW Dynamite. So that's where I am with it.
That's every week of WWE. If I watch now, it's literally find the segments of whether it's Cody or Punk when he was there, Rock, Roman, whatever the main storyline is, and I skip all of the wrestling, no matter who's in the match. Because WWE matches outside of a pay-per-view, it doesn't matter if AJ Styles is wrestling or if you've got Tucker wrestling. Like, it's a formulaic match where it's like, okay, is Big Man wrestling with guy who can fly outside and do a tope? Fantastic. So we're going to get this spot in. We're going to get this spot in. We're going to get and it's so formulaic and play to their camera angles. I appreciate, since Kevin Dunn's been gone, that a lot of the formulaic stuff and a lot of the camera cuts and a lot of the really annoying stuff has kind of pulled back a lot, which I'm very, very big fan of. But
new animations and transitions and stuff.
Because I haven't seen a giant change in those formulaic WWE style of match that has been so accustomed to every week on Raw. This is your TV match. Here's your break segment. We know, he did this move. They're going to a break. Oh, they did. You know what I mean? Like, it
ain't going to change because it works.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about this is, y'all, we got Bryan in here being so pro WWE, but every week we watch Raw in Discord, and this man is like, "Oh yeah, this is not a good show. This is not a good show, bro." Like, where are the good WWE shows?
When have I said that though?
Always, every week.
I'll tell you.
Like, yeah,
I'll tell you.
I'll
tell you.
Hey,
bro. No, I'll tell you.
Release the tape.
Yo, bro.
No,
an hour out. Did I miss anything? Oh no, the Cody segment was top of the hour. You didn't miss anything.
Because you don't watch don't watch the wrestling. You don't care for the wrestling. So why am I going to tell
Brian, you don't like it either?
There's times that I'm like, there's times that I'll be like, and you guys are witnesses. I'll be like, yo, that was a good match, and you guys will be like, nah, I don't care. I'm just here for the segments anyway. So it's like, regardless if I say whether there's a good match or not, that I'm not going to sit here and defend it. No, I've said it multiple times. Like the tag team match last week. I believe it was a week or two ago. It was
the best match last night.
It was last night, bro.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm not gonna be able to back you up on this one.
Yeah, I can't. I don't really remember last night. But every Raw is good though.
3 hours you had.
I know what happened. Drew McIntyre came out. Cody Rhodes came and saved Sami Zayn.
No, I'm talking about what did you say during the main event?
No, he said what happened. He said what happened during the main event.
Who did he fight?
Sami Zayn.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. You said I don't care about Shinsuke and Sami Zayn. I'm not watching this. I'm making my thumbnail.
because I don't care because I knew Sami was.
So there y'all go. Brian loves WWE, but he doesn't even watch the shows. He doesn't like the shows.
I watch the shows every week. I watch and just like I watch AEW, and I'm not a fan of every show they put out. I'll let you know if it was a bad show, if it was a good show or not. Kero, did we not say Kero? Hold on. Kero, on Friday, did we not agree that it was a good SmackDown and there was good wrestling going on, but they decided to ignore it? Because they were like, nope, I'm not watching that. Yeah. There was actually good wrestling going on. It was a great card.
I watched the SmackDown the week before, and the booking was so bad with the Cody Rhodes stuff. I said, why am I watching this if it doesn't matter?
I just have a question. The way he just defended WWE, Kero, don't you remember? Like last week, they actually had a good match. They actually had one. It's so shocking. WWE.
No, I'm just
actually had a good match,
that's
and they didn't want to watch it. They didn't
now,
care. There was one good match.
See
finally.
now you're twisting
it.
Now you're twisting it. Now you're twisting it because I'm trying to prove my point here, where I've said that there has been good shows, and you guys still ignore me, and now y'all want to try and twist it against me.
You might say a good match, but.
WWE has formulaic matches. I feel like AEW also has formulaic matches, and like WWE
They're
has like big
spots
man,
that they
small
botch.
man.
Garbage.
Yes, like every match is the same in AEW.
We're
That's
talking
what it
about
feels like to me. Every
Garbage.
match, no matter who it's
Tiffany
going against, they're
Stratton,
flying.
WWE's golden child, who just came out
All
in
right,
her
she
big
missed
debut
one.
match.
You don't watch
hits the
any
moonsault
NXT.
and lands in the
You
middle
don't
of the
watch
ring when
any
the girl is by the rope.
And Julia
What
Hart
was
did
that?
it when we were at World's End, right in front of us, and we were right in front of it.
Julia Hart,
Where was that at?
How old is Tiffany Stratton? Let's check that
She's like
out.
23, dude.
Hey man, don't come for Julia Hart now. No, like
if we're gonna talk about moonsaults, let's talk about it.
But Julia Hart's in AEW. She's coming up through the Nightmare Factory. Tiffany Stratton came up through NXT under Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
And you hitting Miss
You
Moonsault.
acting like a botch spot doesn't
lady?
happen. Hangman Page just laid on
We're
the
talking
table and the
about
table
Julia
broke.
Hart.
That doesn't mean
That's
anything
crazy.
That's
That's crazy. That's reaching.
It happens. It happens. And
Whoa,
Tiffany,
bro.
and let me not mention Tiffany
Bad
Stratton
TV
has only been on
production.
TV
And the thing
for
is,
less
they replayed it like
than
4
2
times.
years.
Like, why are you showing this
It really
stuff over and
was
over
reaching.
again?
Y'all reaching right now. For
You
real,
don't
for real.
miss
Y'all
that.
reaching.
Went to the
Y'all
main roster
don't
again.
Y'all don't watch. Y'all don't
Classic.
see. Like
He
y'all
got
literally
her
don't watch
really
any
good,
NXT.
The table
Y'all watch
snapped
that.
under them.
Nah, dude, you can't say that about me. I watch
reaching.
NXT.
That's real.
No,
I
I'm not
watch that
talking.
in real
I'm not
life.
talking about you, Omar. I'm just saying these guys right here. They don't watch NXT. But Omar, can we agree?
Bro,
Besides
you
that,
gotta do what I do. Watch it on double speed. It's a lot better.
but Omar, let me
That's
ask you a
what I
question.
do as
Omar,
well.
let me
Watch
ask you a
it on
question,
double
dog.
speed.
Do you not agree though that her moonsault, for the most part, it's a pretty good moonsault? Tiffany Stratton's.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah, she looks pretty doing it. But I mean, it's not
no,
going to hit.
no,
but it
no,
looks pretty. Yeah,
stop,
sure.
Kenny.
Yeah.
No, Tiffany Stratton is a very good wrestler, and she has the potential to be great one day. Like this is bigger than Tiffany Stratton, bigger than Julia Hart. I think it all really comes down to one, a little bit of trolling on Kenny's part because I now I saw you were laughing in the middle of that.
Let's
That
steer
was
it out,
She missed the
bro.
moonsault.
There you
what you
go.
doing.
She missed the
Tell him the
moonsault.
truth.
And they replayed
But
it from
also,
like 8 different angles. Like, no, you don't got to show me from another one. She didn't hit it. Looks like she got a wrist there. No, she didn't.
Just like Julia Hart, man. Just like Julia Hart.
And I was trying to steer the conversation back to something productive. We're talking about one moonsault.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, no,
He's
no,
talking
but
about
like
Kero
I
calling
do
out
think
Julia
like
Hart.
okay, Bryan, my question to you, if I may, like out of what do you look for in professional wrestling? Like if you're watching a match, what is it that like makes you say that match was great?
If I'm watching a match, I don't know. It really just depends, bro. For me, when I'm watching wrestling, I really look for storytelling within promos. It could be in matches, but I'll be honest, I don't really look for it too much in a match, which is why AEW does not appeal as me as it does to you guys. I'm a guy that I like promos. I like seeing what they have to say, and then they back it up in the ring, whatever. But that's just me. Now, matches, like, to me,
Why do you like WWE?
storytelling.
Where's the storytelling?
What do you mean? They trended for like a whole week because of a story.
Because of bad booking.
And
Which they fixed.
period.
Which they
because
fixed,
of
my
bad
boy.
booking
It's
is why
over.
they
They did not.
trended.